This is a shakedown. Order up that beat just like it's takeout.
All right. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whatever time of day it is for you watching us now. I am Coach Alison Gold of Why Wait Wellness, and today I am joined, you've seen her on my social before, I am with Michelle, who is the owner of Rootsy Waffles. So today we're going to talk about something that affects so many of us, which is holiday eating and eating for the seasons. Now, I asked earlier Michelle if she ever gets bought into consumerism and eats pumpkin,
And I was honest.
and she said,
No, never.
and I'm the opposite. I'm a person who I love all of the seasons, but I refuse to eat anything pumpkin before September 22nd, at least this year, because that was the official first date of fall. So it drives me crazy when I see things that are out, and it's like, here is the dead of summer. You just can't get into a pumpkin chai latte. It doesn't work for me. Anyhow, in the course of my career, one of the main things that we battle with when it comes to this time of year, I call it the back half beast, because it's all about that eating for the holidays and eating for the seasons. So what I figured is I'm going to be here with my friend Michelle, and we're going to tackle that together today with you by finding creative ways that we can feed that emotional need and desire for sweets, savory, whatever's going on, stress of the holidays. Do you get stressed out like during?
Yes, a lot.
I feel like it's the busiest time of year for some reason, right?
It is.
And then it just gets worse because November is Thanksgiving, December starts all the holiday shopping, and
It gets crazy.
Are you the one responsible in your house for taking care of everything?
Kind of.
Okay. You can be honest, he's not here. So what we're going to do is try to make your life a little bit easier, because one thing that I've noticed is when it comes to cravings, especially for those during the holiday, there's either two. You're either sweet or you're savory or carby or starchy. And they mean two different things. Now, this may not be scientific evidence, but in my 15 years, this is exactly what I've seen as the root cause of these things. When we crave things that are full of sugar or that are sweeter, that indicates that the body's in a higher amount of stress. When you are stressed out, you release cortisol. Cortisol is an internal blood sugar, and sugar attracts sugar. You've heard this in my other podcast before. On the flip side, when we like carby, when we like bread, rice, pasta, beans, things like that, what we really are looking for is emotional connection and support. So I call those the hug foods, because we want someone to pay attention to us, tell us it's
I like that name.
Right. Like if you're a fan of Frozen, it's so very French right now. If you're a fan of the movie Frozen, I call it the Olaf foods, because everyone's looking for the warm hug. Right? So what we're going to do today is attack both sides of those emotions through Michelle's product, which I love. I know if you worked with me directly, you know I'm a big fan of it. I eat this at home because it is almost impossible. As much as I don't eat a lot of bread and I don't eat a lot of rices and pastas and things like that, there are those moments where I just want a good waffle to sink my teeth into. So we decided to come up with some fun ways to do both sweet and savory. So we took Michelle's Waffles. If you don't know it, it is Rootsy. And you're going to check her out because I promise you they're delicious. Look at her.
They're made out from cassava flour, which is a grain-free and gluten-free flour.
Okay. So if you are looking to lose weight, tone out, lean out, you know that we can't have an overabundance of carbohydrates. Yes, we need carbohydrates. They're good for us, but we don't need a lot of the high glycemic, which is what we find in traditional waffle style foods. So by reducing those, this is actually really good for your waistline too. So as we get going today, and we're going to make some creations for you and show you how to make it work, I'm going to actually ask Michelle to give us a bit more detail so you can understand why I love it so much. But today we're going to have our own little challenge with each other. We have two of Michelle's waffles, as you will see right here.
Which one is going to be prettier?
Which one's going to be prettier? So both of us are going to be designing holiday waffles for you, and we're going to show you that you can do it to cover all the holidays. We actually have some to show you that we did Halloween, Thanksgiving, even Christmas. fall. Yeah, we did fall. Michelle did a great one for fall. But today we're going to just show you how we did it with Halloween. So each of us have our pumpkin cookie cutters. Super easy, guys. Any cookie cutters will do. We have ones that are little Christmas trees. We have a turkey for Thanksgiving. But any of these little doodads are going to work. So what we're going to do is each make our own pumpkin. We're going to go sweet and savory together. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of walk us through what we're doing.
So first, make sure you take out the waffles from the freezer and toast them.
How long do you toast them for?
2 to 3 minutes, depends on how toasted you like it.
Okay, so you see, guys, it doesn't take 20 minutes to make breakfast.
No, not at all. You can also use an air fryer or little oven if you have.
I use an air fryer all the time. That's actually how I make mine. She's awesome. She even has a toaster with Rootsy on it. I think I want one, but I use an air fryer. So continue.
No, so after they're warm, we can just like place the cookie cutter.
All right, let's see how good we are at this. Once you do that, you're going to see that the cookie cutter is there on the waffles to go all the way through. Usually what I do is just kind of pull apart when I'm done, whatever's left over on the outside. And I yelled at her when we were making our first batch, do not get rid of the outside. It's honestly a delicious treat. They're good plain. They don't need anything on them. So as we're doing this, you get the shape of what it is that you're wanting to decorate. Go ahead and let her finish that out. What we already did is pulled aside different toppings that you can use. So on my side, because I love chocolate, we have chocolate. We also are using, because we're doing this all healthy, even though it does not look like it's going to be healthy, we have Unreal chocolate. That looks like the little M&M candies. She has some really cool Halloween sprinkles from Trader Joe's.
Some cottage cheese from Good Culture.
Okay, guys, that's a new one for me. I just learned something new. And maybe is that like a cultural thing or is that like a common thing?
Not at all. No, it's like, I don't know, like I think it's a great way to add protein to the waffles.
Oh, I like that. Okay. I'm going home to try that. So once you get your waffle all nice and shaped out into your form, you're going to go ahead and we have raspberries. Another one that we did on the savory side, we used lox and cream cheese, almost like a bagel lox and cream cheese. But I think we're going to both go maybe a little sweet.
Yeah, and you can be as creative as you want. Actually, that's one of the good things about the waffles, that they taste great with either sweet or savory. So you can be as creative as you want with the toppings. So Ali is putting the dark chocolate.
And that's by Lily's. Lily's has a nice low sugar or sugar-free dark chocolate. So I'm going to put mine on and just literally spread it all over Mr.
And I'm going to use the pumpkin spice limited edition from Good Culture on the cottage cheese.
I really like their stuff. As someone who suffers with a lot of like dairy issues, I find with that when I don't have it, it doesn't upset my stomach, which is really nice.
Same with me. Yep.
So I know out there some people are like,
now that we're talking about dairy, these waffles are dairy-free because we do them with almond milk. So,
yay. Good to know. And that's another reason I love them because, like I said, it's really hard to find things that sometimes taste good but don't necessarily agree with me later, and that's not fun. All right. So I have coated mine with all of this chocolate goodness. It is so delicious. Yours actually smells so good.
Really?
It does. I'm over here and I'm like, a chocolatey goodness, but I'm smelling it. It's like a pumpkin spice. Oh my God, it's so good. And then I'm going to decorate my pumpkin. So I think I'm going to do some eyes. He's going to be spooky. So I'm going to do purple here, some eyes, and then I'm going to do a little nose. Now, the really cool thing with these two is a lot of times I've dealt with families with kids. I have a teenager myself, and sometimes breakfast time is a really hard battle. Or even sports time. I have a student athlete, and the amount of time that they practice and train, it's really difficult sometimes to get those meals in or to make sure that they're getting enough of their protein, of their carbohydrate, actually of their calories, because they're always so busy. So one thing that's fun with these, and part of the reason we're also doing, gosh, yours looks so pretty. She's managed to make a better homes and gardens waffle, I swear to God. But one of the things that's nice with it is it makes a great snack. It makes a great breakfast. When you do fun things like this, there's no reason they're going to turn their heads up, because I know I want to eat it just by playing with my food, right?
Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't like it? So we see how simple. We're going to show you. Mine looks like a very juvenile creation, but I was talking about kids. But as you can see, my chocolate waffle with Mr. Pumpkin, and she's made this beautiful pumpkin spice cup. I swear to God, that looks like something I would
You can
say.
add any fruits, raspberries on top, or
Yep. So you can do anything you want with these and turn them into it. And the best part is, no matter which way you do it, they're going to be delicious. I've tried it all different ways. But just to kind of recap with that, you're going to experience, and it's almost impossible not to, you're going to experience some draw to overeat, eat these types of fun foods. I swear come October, really September, they start pulling out all the stops, right?
on the grocery store.
You like Trader Joe's. You're a Trader Joe's person. You walk in there, that is pumpkin haven.
True.
I don't know how you do it. I really don't. But it's one of those things where I know I get drawn into it, even though I'm a teacher of this. It's, I think, something that's still natural. No matter how healthy you want to be, we're still going to fall into those traps. But these are ways to work around that. What I love most about it is Rootsy's kept in the freezer, already done for me, right?
Yep, they're ready to eat.
And Ziploc package, take them out, easy peasy to put them into the toaster. And I think it's something where, I don't know, they're just delicious. You gonna try yours, or should we swap? And you try mine and I try yours. I'm not sure. I don't know. Take a bite.
Well, you have never tried with cottage cheese, so give it a
Okay,
try.
I'm gonna try this. I'm actually, do we have a knife over here? I'm gonna grab a knife because I'm afraid that if I take a bite, it's not gonna look pretty on camera because it'll be like all over. But here we go. Okay,
You can
guys.
use it. Well,
Oh, here. Here's a knife for you. Okay. We've got to cheers this. We can't just, I just can't.
I'm gonna cut.
Mine's very sweet for her.
Yeah, it is. But it's Lily's chocolate and unreal.
Yes. So really what that means is that it's better for you. Okay. He said, cheers. Cheers. All right. Her bite is so tiny.
You did a great job.
So did you. I will tell you, I would not have ever thought that that mix would be good. I just tried something new. Is that small curd cottage cheese?
Is what?
Small curd?
I don't know. This one is.
It is small curd. It's not chunky, so if you're a texture person and you're like, no way, it's more creamy.
Yeah, it is.
It doesn't have those big chunks of cottage cheese
More like
in
a
it.
yogurt.
Mhm. That's a good way to put it. And that pumpkin spice gives just a nice flavor, right with the flavor of the waffles. But I think it's important to have a tool in order to combat whatever it is that you're feeling during the holiday. Like I said, you're going to get stressed out. It's a given. Don't try to fight it. It's not going to happen, right? It just is. And it's important to have tools if you're trying to overcome being overtired, being overstressed, being bored, being overworked. All of those things are triggers for overeating or choosing unhealthy options. So all we're trying to provide today for you is a chance to have a healthier option at your disposal. When you can't think about what to do, finding something that's extremely time-saving. That's one of my biggest issues is time in the morning. Getting up, getting ready, going to work. I know you have a full schedule on your plate all of the time. So let's show them some of the other creations that we have made, Michelle. I'm so proud of our other things that we've done.
They're pretty.
So we've kind of taken some of the examples. This is a savory pumpkin. Perfect. You're a great model. We've taken a savory pumpkin one. This is basically, we took pumpkin cream cheese by Philadelphia. We took lox, We did capers and then a little green onion at the top. And like I told Michelle earlier, if we're having a good day, our mouth is up. If we're having a bad day, we just turn it around. We have Mr. Turkey. And Mr. Turkey, we just simply dipped his tail. We used our cookie cutter. We dipped his tail right into the chocolate that was melted, cut up some raspberries to help make the feather. And then she taught me how to increase the protein content by adding that cottage cheese on the top. For Christmas, we simply drizzled chocolate. We did our Unreal M&Ms and then some confectioner sugar sprinkled right over the top. And our fall leaf, which is perfect for a nice brunch in the morning, is made with our Trader Joe's pumpkin spice cream cheese, sprinkled with some ground cinnamon. Oh, it's delicious, guys. So any one of these, if you're having a party, you're having an event.
Today we're happy, so.
Yeah, we are happy today. We're turning him back over, thank you. He was really upset with me. But these are great things to have. In fact, you can take waffles, cut them into coin size, put that down, unless you want to work it out, right? Because it's a nice heavy plate. You can also take your waffles, turn them into coin size, just like that. Take some cream cheese, take a piece of salmon and a little bit of dill and caper on the top, and you have wonderful appetizers, right? Wonderful appetizers for the holidays. So that's the biggest take home today. We're going to delve a little bit more into how Michelle actually founded Rootsy and what it's taken for her to get to this place. That's going to be on one of our next podcasts. So stay tuned. But in the meantime, today we wanted to bring you something that's going to give you some joy, some holiday feeling, and not a holiday belly. So keep that in mind. I want to see you try. Please, if you make any one of these, post what you did to Instagram.
Yes.
Your tag is
Eat Rootsy.
And you can tag me, Coach Alison Gold. We would love to see it. Maybe give us some new ideas too. But we want you to enjoy. And so until next time, we're going to stay healthy, eat our waffles, and don't sabotage the holiday season, right? So we'll catch you soon. Be great. Be healthy. Stay tuned.
Bye.
And let me make sure all phones are off.
You know, like, I really don't know why I say yes to these things because I'm not good at these things, but I'll...
You're absolutely fine. And it's promoting your brand.
You should get good at this because you are your brand.
How was I the very first time?
Hi, you were like a scary chicken.
Yes, see, I was the same way. And then
You just gotta put yourself in
I have
the space
always
of,
been like that, but more than now, like, that is in English, it's like...